Gerace was found guilty late last year of charges including drug trafficking, sex trafficking, bribery, witness tampering, and maintaining Pharaoh's as a drug-involved premises. He faces a sentence that could effectively send him to prison for the rest of his life, unless his lawyers are successful in their latest motions. In a trial which lasted 8 weeks and concluded after only a few hours of deliberation, the defense did not call a single witness. That was peculiar to the jury foreman, who we identified only as juror number 10 when he later spoke to us.
There was no supporting witnesses for the defense. It was shocking.
But remarks like that one and this.
It was outrageous. To me, I think it's borderline incompetent that his attorneys did not produce any witnesses to countermand what was just told to us for 2 months.
That now have Gerace's lawyers asserting jurors must have ignored the judge's instructions when he reminded them that a defendant is under no obligation to prove anything and that they should not draw any inference if they decide not to put on a case or call witnesses. The foreperson of Mr. Gerace's trial jury made comments that clearly demonstrate he misapplied the law, disregarded the jury's instructions, and improperly burden shifted to the defense, wrote attorneys Eric Sainline and Mark Foti in their motion papers. For the juror to conclude that it was incompetence not to call witnesses is strong, clear indication that he placed an obligation on the defense to produce witnesses despite the court's instructions. Their motion also notes how some government witnesses were either compensated monetarily or given breaks on their own criminal charges in exchange for their testimony, or, while on the stand, expressed contempt for Gerace for firing them from Pharaoh's for engaging in drug use and prostitution, the very things he was convicted of promoting. They also claim Gerace was deprived of his ability to stage a defense after several people who appeared on a defense witness list were themselves charged with crimes. These include Amherst Police Detective Greg Trotter, currently on trial for allegedly lying to FBI agents. And they say once that started happening, others became unwilling to testify for Gerace, fearing they'd put themselves in legal jeopardy. It's something Gerace has railed about as well, from behind bars where he awaits sentencing.
There's people that don't talk to me anymore because they're afraid to talk to me on the phone, because they're afraid of repercussions.
In its response, the government counters, among other things, that while there were some people on the defense witness list who it charged with crimes, that list contained the names of 282 other individuals, none of whom were charged and none of whom were called by the defense. The motions by both sides are rather lengthy, but you can read them if you like and see that interview we did with the juror when you look for this story on our website, WGRZ.com. On your side in the newsroom, Dave McKinley, Channel 2 News.